great morning, great afternoon, great evening, great night. Yeah, yeah. Yo, Gadiji.io. It's a blessing to see you. Hope all is well with you and your loved ones, man. It's another a blessing to be alive. Crispy Bacon as well in the building. He said, second, what's up? Great to see Crispy Bacon. Great to see -0 in his house. Yo, what are y'all thoughts on? What are y'all thoughts on? Crypto, right? I mean, y'all know what my thoughts are. I'm obsessed with this. This make no sense, man. I'm obsessed with this stuff, bro. This ain't healthy. Oh man. Oh man. Now you gotta parse through this. You gotta you gotta, deal with the cards that were dealt. Bro, I am obsessed with this, bro. Like this is crypto though. Like it's just, oh my, I listen, man. Ever since I got into cryptocurrency, y'all, like I could never leave it alone. I just cannot leave it alone. I just cannot leave it. No, I cannot leave it alone. Shout out to the communities that still exist from back then, right? Like, the different blockchain and their communities. Shout out to y'all if y'all thriving. Cause like once I got into it and I just appreciated every, like I was like, yo, this is fascinating, man. I can't just forget about this. I can't just leave it alone, ignore it. No, 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 no. It's the exact opposite, man. If there was a degree, like really, like you you receive like some type of distinction, some kind of recognition from somewhere, from the crypto heavens, on that identifies how long you've been in crypto and what your efforts have, right, materialized, and what you've built and developed and contributed, what type of value you brought to the game and everything, bruh, that would be special, man, because it's the school of hard, like knocks for real. Like this is different, and I'm not even a dev. Like this is this is different. This is different. I don't like to call it a game either. I titled this thing "What a Game." I don't like to call it a game, bro. Like if this is a game, life is a game. Like however a person could frame it. This isn't a game. People like to just reduce things to make it sound, whatever. This is the only space that I know that folks, they will clown your demise and make a meme out of it. Like, like people would joke at your misfortune. Like that's crazy. But it's this place here. Like anything bad you can think of, folks will meme. It'll be a meme somebody creates, And something that's tragic and devastating turns out to be like this humiliating comedic joke. Like it's crazy. It's this, but yo, only people who are involved can understand, and not just on the surface. Not Robin Hood involved, not Coinbase involved. Like only us who've been really in the crypto trenches. Like there is no such thing as a crypto trenches, but like the seedy underground alleyways. We know there's no real such thing as that, but we do understand conceptually. There's levels and layers to what we do here, and you got mainstream, you got underground. That's how I'm gonna just say. You got the mainstream popular cryptocurrency, which I don't even consider crypto, and then you got the underground where it all started from. And we've been in the underground for so long. And it's not about just being in the underground. The learning, the growing, the absorbing, the sharing, the building, contributing, the laughter, the cries, everything in between. Like, can't just let this go. Yo, I'm obsessed, man. Look, at least I admit it. I'm obsessed. And see, Gandhiji, it's true. The soap opera, like you don't need to watch television. Like, real life you know, is real life. Real life is real life. On the internet with crypto, you will be absolutely fully entertained. Entertained. It doesn't take much to be fully entertained, you to help time pass you by. Like use that form of entertainment depending on what it is. Hopefully it's healthy. Most of the time it's not. And it's actually it's one of my favorite pastimes. I don't watch the news anymore. I mean, not because of crypto. I just don't watch TV. I don't watch the news like that at all. Because every day you turn on the news, especially where I'm at, it's some negative news reporting, negative story, negative. So I don't watch the news. And it doesn't matter because you in crypto, you will be fully entertained, good, bad, or indifferent. And it's not even about the good. It's always bad. It's always some kind of toxic, drama filled, some type of scandal going on, something sketchy. I don't call this a game, man. That's a dangerous game. You mess around and lose everything just like that and have no recourse. That's not a game. That's Russian roulette. That's not yo. This is crazy, bro. Yeah, DAP Wars was out of control. DAP Wars in 2018 and 19 was out of control. And some of it spilled over to 2022. Not 22, but 2020 also. Some of it. And we talk about being in the mud, like really in the mud, deep, 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 the origins, like cementing, cementing your flag, like going through all kinds of stuff and conflict with other groups and communities of people, like trying to prove relevance, trying to prove legitimacy, legitimacy. And what's crazy is, as far as in the hourglass space, Gandhiji, you're the real victor. You and the community, the real victor, victorious. Like if it's about who lasted long, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, right? Longevity. If you want to talk about delayed gratification and truth, how that's applied, look at this. Look at the Gandhiji community. Like that's just a testament of this is not a get rich quick scheme overnight situation. You want to talk about long term? In like what, a couple short years, it'll be 10 years in existence. Like that's not something to sneeze at. Proof of Weekends and everybody else except for Gandhiji is out of here. That's crazy. Diversifying the building. But then you got me. Then you got me. I support Gandhiji 100%. There's that's just been like that really, yo, it's just that's just authenticity right there. It's just too much history. Too much history, like embedded in the crypto halls, the DeFi halls, right? Of this space. Like, yo, it's just, man, it's just too genuine. So you got me going, I go everywhere that no one's ever there and back. Like experimented with a bunch of different cryptos. Still do, right? But I know where the base, where the foundation lies, where the real lies, right? The whole time, right? And I'm trying to see, yo, maybe, you trying to see what's what. You land, you land here for whatever reason on some Pulse chain. Oh my, listen, man. Just because I landed here doesn't mean I left the real. Like it is this it feels good, man. Like, yo, you threw out an anchor, or you threw out a lifeline like Gandhiji, and it's much appreciated. Like you really did. You really threw out a lifeline, and look, can't thank you enough. Like these people over here, like this is great. If you didn't have created what you did this year, I would have leveled up on my critique on this this thing would have just been like, it just is a lot of things. Like the creator knows what he and she is doing. The powers that be that created all that we know knows more than we will ever know. Like there's reasons why things happen, man. I personally don't believe in coincidence. Period. Period. I would have been like, you want to talk about obsessed? I already understand what I would have been doing if Gandhiji didn't produce what you produced, because I know from experience what y'all have done, what you've done, and the community, and it's solid. So it's like, if that was absent and it was just this reckless nonsense called Pulse, oh man. But it was not that too, because I've always been tapped in with. I'm still tapped in with the other collective, with the other blockchains. I'm still tapped in, still tapped in. But I would have been so focused even more. Y'all think I've been focused, crazy, and obsessed with bombing on RH now? Oh, it would have not made any. It would have just been crazier, and it just would have been like no words could have been able to describe the stuff. It just been absolute, 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 absolute. concentrated, laser focus. Like, yo, this dude, you would have swore I knew where he was at. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I don't think, I really don't think FOMO TV. What's going on, man? FOMO, I enjoy your commentary. FOMO TV, a content creator, y'all. I know y'all know my old time crypto bros. We know FOMO. My new time crypto people, FOMO is one of them. And when FOMO starts to talk, you need to listen. It's FOMO's always had this this way of like this journalism sound, right? You could hear him on the radio. Like you got the radio on, it's the news. Like that's what I listen to. I don't watch the news, but if I'm somewhere and I know I'm going on a lengthy road trip or something like that, believe it or not, I'm listening to the news, right? I'm listening to the AM stations, not even FM, the AM stations. And you got like recently we had the election popping over here, and you had all these different personalities talking, talking, talking. I could easily hear Formo be one of those personalities. He got his own segment. And FOMO TV, FOMocrats and FOMokins clash. Let's get to it. And it's just him ripping. Yo, I'm serious, man. I heard, look, FOMO, I had the thing playing in the background. I was listening the whole time, man. The whole time. That's why when you said you thought I left, that I wanted to hear more about Richard Hart. That's no, I didn't leave. I just had because I could listen to it. I appreciate, I've always appreciated your contributions, man. For real, for real. Diversify. Did I say what's up to Diversify? Diversify ain't here. Oh, it's Don Cherry that's here. What's up, Don? Oh, snap. Don is another one, man. Original supporter. And he's always that's his signature. That's his signature. That's what he done. Don, what's up? Good to see you, Don. Monkey business. Just when you learn, there's a lot of shark attacks in the ocean. Common sense starts to build and tells you, don't go surfing and swimming in the water for some reason. The brothers get it. For some reason, the brothers get it. Bro, monkey business. Good to see you. This is like crazy. It's like it's so crazy out here, man. It's so crazy out here in these DeFi streets. I mean, like it's so crazy in these DeFi streets, man. Let me tell you, man. Don Cherney, may you receive the same blessings in kind, multiplied, bro. Much appreciated, man. Much appreciated, Don. Enjoy the rest of your day and weekend and week. And yo, like I said, much appreciated, bro. Much appreciated. Um, Good looking, man. I'm gonna I see you, man. Good to see you, man. Take it easy. Yeah, I just got a call right now, man. These people. I didn't do a sacrifice to get a better phone, a new pair of eyeglasses, even like to buy some equipment to build a studio. You know what I'm saying? A newer computer, microphone. You know what I'm saying? Maybe put a little soundproof cushion, soundproof foam on the wall. I didn't do a sacrifice to do that. I didn't do a donation phase. So it's like I use my phone to stream and they interrupt me, and then it kind of breaks my concentration. You know, rival instincts up here. We could smell the monsters out there. It's true, monkey. It's like experience. They say is the best teacher, and we're not perfect. I'm not perfect. I just thought he was a good gamble. I thought he was a good gamble. I didn't care for his crypto politics though. Let me tell you that. I didn't care for his crypto pile of tricks either, as far as the Pulse Chain founder. I learned that he's more about BS than realness. And the BS involves him with these magical market manipulating tricks that he's displayed, that he's taught the world, and people caught on onto the tricks and have done the same on the chain. And they took it a step further because they're not as popular as he is, but continuously launch garbage to rug their communities and feel no way about it. And this is what I meant before when I said, yo, this guy threw pearls to the swine. You called yourself trying to teach people and educate people on good crypto and what it's supposed to be and why we have crypto and how to avoid getting scammed. But sometimes I believe all information is not meant for people to receive. Not everyone can handle a wide breadth of knowledge the same. Not everyone is meant to receive everything at the same time. They can't handle it, right? Because corruption and temptation to become corrupt is always there. I just heard some fake founder in the community, two. I heard two of them. Like this is why, like when I sometimes I go by intuition. Most of the time, actually, not sometimes. I just most of the time I've learned to go by intuition. And when I've said that people have learned from him is because of what I've seen. Is because of what I've seen and what I've seen them produce. Even when we were waiting, even when we were waiting for Pulse Chain launch, and when it finally launched, all of a sudden, all these KOLs in the community decided to launch their own vanity tokens and launch it in a way where you saw the price action of those tokens manipulated in such a way where all of their tokens that they launched outperformed every one of RH tokens, and not only outperformed, but we're talking like 1 million x outperformed in value. No BS. No BS. And when I saw that happen, I said, "Oh, damn! These people, they really, 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 they really, really paid attention to everything this piece of work was talking about on his live streams. They took advantage, bro. Let me be clear when I say this, right? because some people don't remember. Some people don't remember and maybe don't even know. But you've had influencers in the community who used to stream about hex so heavy, and they used to stream about derivatives tied to hex, and it was hex, 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 leading up to Pulse Chain. All this, all this, all this, all this. Pulse Chain gets launched, and the first 6 months between May and I don't even want to say a good November, but I'll be generous. Between May of 2023 and November 2023, these same influencers fixed their face, had no issues launching their own tokens, their own what I call vanity tokens, right? Tokens in their names, sake, likeness, something where you see the token and you know who it is, who's behind it, right? Had no issues. They launched their coins in such a way where they stream and talk about liquidity providing. All of a sudden, there was a buildup of liquidity providing talk in 22 and into 23. Heavy in 22. Then into 23, now you have Pulse Chain where people can experiment and put these things to test. And they did that. They did it with their paid groups, with their insider exclusive private groups, exclusive chat groups, exclusive paid whatever. In other words, insiders. They had their own situation going, launched their projects, tested out whatever, Hart's Law, liquidity providing. If you launch cheap, you could pump hard, all of that stuff. And easily over a period of time, it's almost like the people who did it understood it better than RH. They understood it better than RH because of the way I saw a KOL launch his coin. I think it was, and the other sneaky shit that they would, oh, it was launched. How did they call it? Like a secret launch. It wasn't a public, right? It wasn't something made public. I forgot there's a term for it that they use. It was launched secret, whatever. Quiet launch, internal shit, insider bullshit, right? I saw this thing come from dust. Like, you talk about pennies, less than a penny, sub penny in July. By August, that thing was valued at, I mean, it went up to like 9K, $9,000. No BS. August, July. I just told you, July. Even with the SEC debacle letter that dude got. This thing that went from dust, it was worth dust, lint. It was worth roach shit. Out of nowhere, booms in price. It's all high, touched like 9K, the all-time high by August. Then it dropped down to about 2K, something that was worth dust. The people executed, right, what this weirdo was talking about. They did it in a much better fashion and much quicker fashion. It didn't take them 22 months. This is my point. It didn't take them 22 months to pump the coin 10,000x. It took them 2 months to pump their coin 1 million X, 100,000x, 500,000 X. It's no BS. It's not, like, I'm not making this up. It's on the chain, and I don't have to give them any shine either. I'm not giving these people any shine unless I feel like it. The spirit tells me, spirit moves me, and I'm compelled to do it. I'll do it, but I don't have to, But it's not just one group of people, one coin, and many of them have all outperformed anything RH related. Made me scratch my head early in the game. I was like, yo, what is this? How? What's happening here? Then it became a thing of just extracting money. Take the money. Take the money from the people. Take as much as you can. Take it off. Take it off. Take. Draw. Suck all the money out of the chain from the hands of the gullible. Take advantage because it's green for that. It's wide open lane for that. And you could thank your man for creating that situation to make that happen. And you don't think people have been calling, you know what I'm saying? Like, folks don't care. They don't want to stop. You called those things out. You stopping somebody from getting paid. That becomes a problem. So they're not going to talk about you as much anymore. They know they can't really block you. They, even though they block you, they can't block your voice, especially if you keep talking like me. I keep talking. But, they're lucky that I don't have, millions of subscribers. You know what I'm saying? That's them. That's the creator working in a certain way. It got nothing to do with nothing. I believe in the higher power always. I believe in the Most High. That's the creator's work, right? Because I understand too, what you do, right, has an equal and opposite reaction. In other words, like, that's why I always say be accountable for what you say and what you do on the internet. But my goodness, man, I'm not going to be afraid to talk and speak my feelings and speak my thoughts, especially true stuff, real stuff, even if it's embarrassing. Like, you think I'm not embarrassed that I fell for the okey doke? I fell for the okey doke. You think it's not embarrassing I keep talking about this? Well, it's part of recovering from Richie Rich. Huh? Surviving Ricky Ricardo and Pulse Chain. Surviving Pulse Chain. Nasty work. Crazy. If it was just me though, too, that's another thing, man, because I feel bad. I really do feel bad that I got other people involved with this, man. If it was just me, it is what it is. That's another thing that motivates me. I feel bad, you know, that I expose some other people to this. And he's done nothing to make me feel good that I did expose people to this. He's done absolutely nothing. To date. He gave away the secrets that people capitalized on. They talked about it in the spaces. They talked about it in open forums, public spaces. They talked about it on YouTube. They talked about it when they're streaming. Over the years, I paid attention. They say they learned from him, took advantage, and outperformed everything he did because they did it better than him. I'm not lying. Like I said, there are coins that performed 1 million X. And the scary part is, folks who don't know enough, they will say, well, were they able to extract? Were they able to take out? Right? Was that dashboard money? Right? Like, the people who are not really familiar or maybe well informed as to how the manipulating took place and how these things, guess what? The people were able to touch the bread. Yes, there's slippage involved, right? But even with high slippage, these people touched big bread. They touched big money. They made big, big money. That's why you have certain voices that will never go against him because he laid it out for them. They took advantage and profited handsomely. So they would look crazy now, right? Going against them. They would look crazy because you made big bank, not just from being a sacrifice person. You launched something, figured out from listening to him, tested it out. You launched something. You did what you did with liquidity providing. Something very, very, very telling you. People don't want to learn about liquidity providing, but this is how a lot of people made money and continuously make money. In the sneakiest ways, most clever ways, to where these coins outperform anything RH ever launched. They were putting out leaderboards, top coins, top coins on Pulse Chain. The fall 2 years ago, the fall of 23, people were posting on Twitter the top coins that performed on Pulse Chain by way of multiples, X's. Even if it's on paper, let's say just, whatever. But these people were able to extract the bread. That's what makes it crazy. It wasn't just about, oh no, this is what's on paper. You can't get the money out. Yeah, you're going to deal with some slippage, but you can get your money out. That's what made it crazy for me when I said, oh, something different here. Something's different here. Something is very different. Something's very different. And people are not paying attention. And it's happening right in our face. Like in plain sight. Right in our face. The whole entire time. Amidst many other things that's happening. That's part of the game, y'all. Unfortunately. It's part of the game. It's part of what's been happening here, unfortunately. You know? And people made cake. You don't think not everyone got wrecked on Pulse Chain. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real. Not everyone got wrecked. Not everyone got wrecked, y'all. Let's be real. And the way people the way some people really, made their bags, you wouldn't expect, right? But it doesn't mean everybody got wrecked, because everybody's not wrecked. That's why folks are comfortable defending this guy as well. They're comfortable not saying anything against what he has going on, again, because people have profited handsomely. But it hasn't been the majority. It's only been the insiders. Think about when they talk about cabal, the cabal. You know what I'm saying? Like an unofficial, official group of people separate from the whole, right? Who work with one another right? To launch, and create opportunities. You thinking it's for everybody to maximize from? No, it's to help them profit. Everyone doesn't have the same experiences as those in the cabal because it's not for everyone to reap any type of real benefits. It's for the cabal to feed the cabal. It's for the insiders to take care of the insiders. It's for the insiders, the cabal, to promote and market to gullible people so that the cabal, the insiders, could snipe, could bot, could rug, could do all kinds of shenanigans to remain enriched and dump on the unsuspecting newbies' heads and extract and sell in perpetuity. Just sell and sell again and sell more and sell again and sell more and sell again and keep selling because it's like that. Because it's like that. It's afforded to them to make that happen. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy. I've heard two people who think they're key opinion leaders argue on a spaces as recent as this week. And they were arguing about who can outrug the other. Who can outrug one another? The best. No BS. Thank you, RH. Oh, yeah, thank you. When scammers can you see, you can't be mad at scammers for being who they are. How dare I question a snake for being a snake? How dare I question and criticize a snake for being who he is? It was made comfortable for the scammers basically to converse with one another in an open forum. Open public forum. Scammers conversing. Open public forum. And talking about who can outscam who. The best. Because they were actively outscamming one another at the time. Actively outscamming one another. And who gets hurt in the process, really? It's not the scammers. It's the community. The people who are supporting the trash. And they are not even the wiser. They're none the wiser. And these are the problems that I personally face that sometimes I have to put aside because, you know, I'm not no scam buster. I'm not a scam buster. I don't have a cape. They don't have me on a payroll where I have some uniform and it's just light wonder the scam buster. No. No, 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 no. But I like to talk and share information that could maybe be useful for someone to listen to and to use, apply it when necessary to identify, oh, wait, this is sketchy as F. This is not, this doesn't seem correct at all. This ain't it. And if I help people on that level, then I did my job. But that's it. I'm not, it's a thankless job. I don't do it for to be thanked either. But no, I don't need to stress either. You know, that's why I said before, like, you gotta be careful. Because you'll be the one that gets blamed for stopping some money, somebody from getting to a bag. And they don't care about, oh, it was a scam, it was fraudulent, corrupt. They don't care about none of that. If you stop somebody from getting to a bag, you gotta deal with something, with certain things that comes with it, man. You know, these coins went up, and you know, but this is the thing with him. The coins that I could think of that went up 2 billion%. No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 2 billion%. He said it. 2 billion%. One coin went up 2 billion%, which in essence seems like that's a 2 million X. I don't know. Sounds like a 2 million X to me, right? Um, that's not a RH token though. That went up 2 billion%. But he put that out there because people have already documented and sent the message out on Twitter in the world and let the world know, like, there's coins on the chain that have performed very, very well related to the, like in comparison to the cores. And you know him, he doesn't like to be outshined, right? So while these coins, non-RH coins, are doing a non-PRC20, it wasn't a PRC20 that I've been talking about that went a million X and did all these, you know, astronomical multiples. It wasn't even his. But in order to claim, to say something, to even brag, because this clown is so ego driven, that's gonna be his destruction. Watch. He knows nothing about humility. He doesn't even know how to exemplify humility. I'm telling you, it's gonna be his destruction because it's fake. When you see it done, he cosplays. He doesn't know how to emit and exude humility. But because he's so ego driven, right? He didn't acknowledge. He doesn't like talk about other coins because when he talks about coins, they blow up in his face and everybody basically ridicules him for filth, right? So it's like you're gonna come out and say your PRC20, the best performing PRC20 on the chain, went up 2.2 billion%. You're gonna say that this year in January. You said the best coin on the chain, the best performing coin on the chain was one of your PRC20s, and it went up 2.2 billion% so that he can claim victory on that level and still show the world that he's relevant and he's winning. Still, 2.2 billion%, not his cause. And it wasn't something someone created on the chain. It was the PRC20 because that's attached to the world's largest airdrop. That's attached to his narrative. It's attached to him. So he's going to use that to brag until 2 months after that, it blew up in his face. And he looked like a dumbass again. which is why he tried to flame broil the community by issuing 30 something texts talking about he's not attached to P. Dye and trying to educate the people on why P. Dye is a scam or had an exploit, whatever mint extractor from Vietnam situation, whatever. He looked like an absolute fool and it pissed him off. He's always looking like a fool. And he can't accept that. It's when you look like a fool or when you make mistakes, that's when you can gain the most from the experience, from the lessons. But he's too distorted, right? He's too self-absorbed. That doesn't mean shit to him. But it'll tell you about a self-help book he did to help you have better health and better sex and live longer. You're gonna get that from him who can't even admit when he's wrong directly. So now you couldn't pump your cores for obvious reasons that I don't need to go through. You couldn't pump your main cores 10,000x for obvious reasons, right? You couldn't pump your main cores. Your ERC20s, your PRC20s, you said are worthless. Your PRC20s are worthless. So what are you left to do now? Your cores ain't doing nothing for you. They can't do anything for you anytime soon for obvious reasons. Your PRC20s down and to the right. You said they're worthless on top of that too. P-Dye was the best performing PRC20. That you shot that down. What's the next move? Oh, you got to issue another coin. Sacrifice. You got to save face because right now he's completely, absolutely, emphatically in a state of disgrace. You got to save face. So you're going to issue another sacrifice and pretend like the sacrifice is supposed to enhance the entire ecosystem. This is the play that many have seen. Like I said before, a lot of us who've been around in crypto, we've seen so many things from so many janky promoters, janky developers, janky KOLs, and bad people do crazy things. This is not new. It's not a surprise. It's not even shocking in a way when you really think about it. It's almost expected because he hasn't shown you anything otherwise in 4 years. You try to get, the whole thing with the marketing tablets. It reminded me of like these, like BitConnect was gonna come out with a credit card, a debit card, shit, debit card. Had people rock to sleep for a minute, be like, oh, this is look at how legit it is. BitConnect is gonna come out with its own debit card. That's not fake. What scam do you know comes out with its own debit card? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Had parties on yachts, international parties in the Far East, in Cebu, in Thailand, places like Cebu. Oh, yeah. That shit, hey, 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 that's real. Carlos Matos, the original meme god, Carlos Matos, that was real. We've seen it all, y'all. a lot of people don't respect history. They think that certain things about history doesn't repeat itself, that it only rhymes. It's nothing but smokescreen. When after a while, when it just appears to be this long acting scam feel, this long acting confidence game, because they rock you to sleep over a lengthy period of time and make you think that things are going to get better when it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse over time. And then in the interim, they throw you little nuggets. They throw you nuggets to keep you asleep. Nuggets to make you think, oh, things are going to get better. Have faith. Keep believing. Keep hoping. The same tactics are being displayed right here, but people, if you're unaware, you don't like to open your eyes and really see things for what they are, you're going to miss all of it and become a victim again and again and again and again. That's why it's at a fever pitch right now where people are just like straight up. They want to see proof that he's even alive. And in the weirdest way, because he created a nasty game for himself that's hurting him, where he's gonna blow up in his own grill piece. Like people are saying, like, yo, He's done streams where he's talked about if people are donating on his social media, like you see his account, and people are asking for like, doing weird giveaways and donations and stuff like that. He told the community, they say, that the community needs to ask for proof of life to see if he's even alive, make sure something didn't happen to him and all that. And what do you think people are doing now? That's what they're doing. And some of them are the same people that learned from him on how to manipulate the market and launch coins that outperformed all his core coins, are some of the people that are asking now for proof of life because they can't believe what's going on. I mean, you're not, it's, you know, stealth launch, diversify, diversify, diversify. You on it, bro. Stealth launch, facts. That's how it was. That's what it was. I don't know, man. Like it's just become. I don't know what to even call this anymore. You know what I mean? Like this. Who would have thought that this would have occurred like this? Like he didn't even have a sacrifice for his wallet that he talked about. Some wallet. You want to do a wallet, even to at least show some type of continuity, right? Some based on what you thought about before. And granted, you could always revise your blueprint or revise and update your plan on what you're gonna do, what you need to get done, or what happened. Right, go back to the drawing board, and everything has to be just pretty much reevaluated and drawn up different. Cool, but you're not even doing the wallet thing. That was like something like it seemed like it was a staple. It was like a must have to complete his operations. But now, I guess time changes things, and now it's oh no, privacy, some privacy situation. And when you launch the privacy situation, you don't want none of your core coins to be sacrificed. because he said in his own way that his coins are illiquid. You basically defecating on your own situation without saying it. Like, it's nasty. It's uglier than a masterpiece sneaker. Shout out to Lloyd Banks. This is uglier than a masterpiece sneaker. Like, this is crazy, bro. He lost all of my respect. All any respect I had, a shred, even though he just lost it when he talks weird about women and towards women, and he's always talked down on just children. This weirdo always talks down on children, bro. And about men having children. That's why he lost. He lost me a long time ago. When I was just like, yo, check this out. What the hell am I? Why I got money here? And I'm thinking, nah, let me just gamble, you know, because I was here before the 10,000X, during and after. So maybe let me see if he in his psychotic mind can make something else happen. It don't even have to be another 10,000. I'll be good with 1,000. Hell, I'll be good with 100X. You know what I mean? So let me see what's good. Let me see what's up. From that point of view, like an opportunity. What opportunity do you ever hear? Have you ever heard again, even post chain sacrifice, where another group of people want to launch a blockchain and do it ICO style or sacrifice style, where you could come in under a penny, ground level, and you watching how previous blockchains perform successfully, price performance in their first 12 months, first 24 months. And why wouldn't you want to take advantage of that? From somebody, a big mouth, that's telling you they are giving tree and they can prove that they manipulated their coin to go up 10,000X in value and make a bunch of people rich. So I gambled. Yeah, and I'm paying for that gamble. I'm paying for it because I didn't decide to fall into temptation and launch a coin. I had plenty of opportunities to launch a coin. He launched Pump That Tires. People launch coins in my name, and I still didn't have the wherewithal or the desire to even pump that shit. People launching coins in my name, and I could not even continue to pump that to benefit off of it. So I'm a sucker. Don't listen to me when it comes to crypto stuff. When it comes to, like, you want to make fast money, don't listen to Wonder. It's been 8 years and I'm still trying to figure it out. And thanks to Gandhiji, I got a good foundation. But it's been 8 years and I'm still working, which I don't mind. But I don't like people struggling either, in life and online. Like, that's just me. That's that, bro. Like, you want Bitcoin, you want Ethereum, right? You don't want none of your cores. You want all these other coins, XRP and shit. You want all these other coins, but you don't want this weirdo, bro. It looks like he wants you to give him real value versus his fake value. That's what illiquid. He calls it illiquid. No, it's fake. Trash. You don't want to say that. He failed, bro. Oh, illiquid. Yeah, because the chain is, I don't want any illiquid coins and blah, blah, blah. But you asking for Ethereum. You asking for Bitcoin. I thought your coins were better than Bitcoin. Oh, but it's about value. because his are valueless. Down 85% post PLS as of 2 days ago was 85% from SAC price. 85% down. He used to clown other projects that were down 85% and say they were trash. What makes this situation different? It's not. And now you're going to be politically correct because it's your operation. But he's garbage right now. His reputation is trash, is mud. But you want the real value from the people to be transferred into your hands. Again, meanwhile, you got 600 million in your coffers. Well, he told somebody on Twitter, the person said, yo, what are you going to do something with your 6 million that you got in SAC funds? We're tired. You know what he told him? Something to the effect of, when are you going to understand that this is not about you? And you know what the response with the rebuttal was? The fire ass rebuttal? The person said to him, because he said, oh, it's not about you. RH told the person, yo, when you going to understand that this is not about you? Because the person asked him, yo, what are you going to do with your 600 million? SAC, what are you going to do with that? We're tired. And then after he said, after RH said, when you going to understand it's not about you, the person said to him, listen, he showed him the snapshot of the ProveX sacrifice and that freaking disclaimer. Oh, you are sacrificing because you believe in no middlemen. You are sacrificing because, no capitalism. You have no expectations of work from others. You are doing this because, right? All these things, but it's not about you. When are you going to understand it's not about you? The guy just cooked him. I understand why people are asking proof of life. Because the dickhead responses that this dickhead is displaying is just, I'm talking about, like, is beyond disrespectful. Beyond disrespectful. And they treat it like a game, y'all. And he's getting cooked some more because they're still identifying tornado cash activity. Even now, even still. They're like, yo, 4,000, this and that, tornado cash, this and that. This guy is crashing out. Like, it's something crazy going on. Like, he's losing respect upon respect upon respect. And these KOLs, key opinion leaders, fake influencers, fake thought leaders that are trying to push a certain message is because you don't want your money. You don't want your money to get impacted. They don't want their money to get fucked up. They're scared, in other words. But those of us who got nothing to lose like that, we don't care. A lot of them are like, because they're afraid the value of their whatever they got going on is gonna get impacted. It's true. Yo, it's gonna come to a head, man. Like, all of this is leading to a point of no return. I'm telling y'all. Like, you're asking for the person's, see if he's alive. You think that's a joke? Some people do. They laugh at your demise. In crypto, it's backwards like that. Exactly. Bring your heroes here to die. Like, y'all, like, DX T6961. Yep. Bring your heroes here to die. Crazy, man. Gandiji said he's been known as a scam buster. Not gonna lie. Right, Moon Phone, Moonberg, right, for the Moon Phone. Like, weird. And the card too. I think they were issuing a card too. Anything when you watching, they talking about, yo, we're gonna have this debit card. Oh man, you need to run. You know, that's crazy. You said that, Gandhiji, that you called the hyper liquid clone, like you thought he would do it because you called he would do a sacrifice. He thought that it would be for hyper liquid. This guy is so late. That's the thing too with him. I noticed something about him. He's super late to the game. You're super late to the game, bro. You launch a meme coin launchpad in 2025 when memes were popping hard body in 21, 22, and 23. 23. 24 too, but 23, bro. Heavy on his chain. He's late on a lot of things, man. Delayed. Like, he ain't all there, man. Another reason why I say that is if it was something along the lines of something about some hyperliquid, I think the reception would have been a lot better and a lot different and a lot more excitement if it was a hyperliquid clone or something like that. But because he's so slow with it, like late with it, not even slow, he's late with it. Late. You late to the party, like you late late to the effing party. You effing up your entire community and operation. But like privacy is a thing, sure. But do something. You saw something that took place that successful, like some hyperclone. Jump on that wave. I don't know. Hyperliquid. I said hyperclone. We want to control everything too, man. This guy, good people, man. I'm gonna have to catch you on the next one, y'all. That's a good point. He hasn't lost any respect, and I can't lose what you never had. You're absolutely right. I'll buy that too. I'll buy that with a nice drink and a salad. You know what I'm saying? I'll buy that right there. You're absolutely right. You absolutely right. Because that dude, yeah, man. I agree with that, man. I like it that way. Like 100%. 100%. Well, take care, folks. Enjoy the rest of your day. Morning, evening, noon, and night. Shout out. Be well. Peace.